Hello from Gardening at Douentza here in Ireland. Now some of you may have seen my recent video where I visited the Schwerter Orchid Nursery in Germany, and you'll have seen the amazing plants they had for sale. So this is a video, an update to show you the haul I got from Schwerter on that visit. So, pausing just for a moment on my orchids in bloom, which are looking really nice at the moment, but being conscious of the fact that this isn't what you came to see in this particular video, I am going to now show you the orchids that I bought during that time. And because I'm pointing over in this direction, I suppose we will start with the cattleya I bought. And down here we have it. So, as you'll have seen in the video, it was actually quite difficult for me to choose plants to buy because there weren't any pictures of what the orchids would look like in flower. Now, when I saw this particular cattleya though, the hint was in the name, so it's called apple jade. So I was thinking white with green in it, and after I bought it and took it home, I looked it up on the internet, of course, and found out that I was pretty much right. Now what I really love about this plant is its compact habit, its fat pseudobulbs. I love cattleyas with fat pseudobulbs. I do not like the ones that have the skinny pseudobulbs that just look shriveled if you just forget to tuck them in bed at night just for one night. And yeah, I don't know, they just always look unhappy as far as I'm concerned. So I like plants with fat pseudobulbs, and I thought this was a really attractive looking plant. Also, it had 2 sheaths. Now, since I bought this and brought it home, it continues to have 2 sheaths, but there's no sign of any darkness forming in there, so maybe it's actually not going to flower, which is a killer, you know. I had my choice of everything there, and the one thing I said when I went to look at the Schwerter plants is, I'm going to get benefit from having visited this nursery in person. I'm going to choose plants that are in bud or flower, and I consequently bought this particular cattleya with the sheaths, but well, it's not a safe bet, is it, to have sheaths? But anyway, might still work out fine. Okay, so that's the cattleya I bought, and yeah, I'm very pleased with it. Unfortunately, I can't show you photographs of what it looks like in flower because I've never flowered it. I don't have such a photograph. Now, the other plant, which is kind of in the Cattleya alliance, is this one here. And when I saw this, and it's a cross with Epicattleya Rene Marquez, if we can see the label in there. When I saw it, I decided I'd get it because I just recently lost my Rene Marquez just before I'd gone away to Germany. It had been inundated with spider mites and I just threw it out. So when I saw this, I thought, right, I'm going to buy that. And I got it. And this one has a spike. Do you see that? However, since coming home and looking up the flowers, because it's a cross, the resultant flowers aren't particularly like Rene Marquez, so perhaps I should have looked for just Rene Marquez rather than this. But you know what? Flowers are flowers. So what else did I buy? And we will just cross across here to see the rest of them. Now, look at the amazing foliage on this plant here. This is a Paph, obviously, and it's a Paph with the flower bud, but look at the foliage. It is just so gorgeous, so absolutely gorgeous. And given that I was pretty much buying blind foliage played a big part on my mind and in terms of, you know, what I chose. Now this is a cross. You're going to see the name up on the screen. I'm not going to pull this out. And I spent a long time looking at the paps with the gorgeous foliage. Nearly bought another one, but what swung it for this particular one was the fact that it had a bud. And as we said, I was determined I was going to get plants from Schwerter that had buds. Now it's flowered before, you can see that there. Very compact plant, which is tricky to water. You need to kind of pull it back from the edge there to get in there and not to sprinkle water on the leaves. But I'm not actually sure what it's going to look like, the flower, when it opens. So, well, we'll wait and see, and it's going to be amazing. And then over here we see this Phalaenopsis, and again, check out the foliage. Isn't it amazing? Now, those of you who saw the video will realise I spent a lot of time looking at the schilleriana and stuartiana Phalaenopsis orchids, and therefore it's no surprise that I bought a cross of the two. I bought this cross because I know what the parents are like. I can see what amazing foliage it has. It has a flower spike, and it has really, really healthy roots. Now if I just take this out, see that one there? But, oops, you can see in the pot the roots coming out. Really, really healthy plant. Look at that. That's super. Now, I had kind of hoped that the flower would resemble stuartiana more than schilleriana, but I think it's going to be the pink flowers of the schilleriana. But you know what? That's okay. And when I saw those pink flowers at the Schwerter Nursery, I was very impressed by how they kind of quake when you make them shake. So I guess that's a feature. Managed to get all of these, oops, managed to get all of these back home without breaking the spikes. So that was really nice. Unfortunately, this holder I have does not have, it's very difficult to put on a metal grid like that where it's not flat. Okay, right, do you like it? What do you think? What would you have bought if you'd been there at the Schwerter Orchid Nursery? That's what I got, 4 plants, very pleased. Okay, so that was my Schwerter Orchid haul. I hope you liked watching this video, and if you did, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Do check back for lots more orchid stuff and all kinds of plant stuff. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.